Here we are, Drake. This is our third chance. This is our third chance. And the last chance we need to become tag team champions. You're finally going to go out there. You're finally going to show everybody, the fans, the brothers in the back, and yourself, that you have what it takes. That you're the man that you belong, that you were born to be in that ring. This is your redemption, Drake. This is my redemption. And together, we're going to win those tag team titles. Keep that head up. We're doing this together. No more. Let's go.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the West Coast Wrestling Connection Pacific Northwest Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers from out of the comics into the ring, descending from Bloodhaven, Damian Drake. His tag team partner from Charleston, Massachusetts, Mikey O'Shea.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. But Morty, before we get to this tag team title match, Jeff Aiken once again with that blockbuster announcement. 6-man bunkhouse brawl next week.
I wouldn't want to be part of that, but those are deadly. No rules, falls anywhere. You can do anything. Foreign objects, weapons of mass destruction. I have no idea what they're going to use here.
Gangrel, Hammerstone, and Matt Stryker taking on Caleb Conley and the Wrecking Crew right here next week. But we are about to see the tag team titles on the line as the brand new #1 contenders, fresh off their 2 out of 3 falls win over the Fit Club. Here's Mikey O'Shea and Damian Drake.
Ladies and gentlemen, their opponents, Kate Carney presents from Ketchafane County, your WCWC Tag Team Champions, Hutch and Sugar Brown, the Bonus Boys!
And there's Kate Carney with that signature laugh, leading the 3-time WCWC Tag Team Champions out here. They've taken out the who's who of tag teams in the West Coast Wrestling Connection, including victories over Mikey O'Shea and Damian Drake. But Morty, with the recent momentum they've built up, this one could be a whole different ballgame.
In normal circumstances, honestly, I would say Bonus Boys in 4 minutes, 23 seconds. But the way it's gone tonight and the last couple weeks, and with, as you say, the progress and fortitude of Mikey and Damian Drake, I'm not even going to prognosticate on this one at all because I have no idea what could happen. Anything could happen in this match.
It certainly can. We're going to do our best to stay with you for the duration, unlike a couple of weeks ago when the time limit draw kicked us off the air. But there must be a winner here, Morty, and we will find out who leaves Portland the tag team champion.
There must be a winner?
Yes, there must be a winner.
Sometimes there are ties. Draws, pardon me. Let's call the proper name a draw.
As Mikey O'Shea grabs that championship, and Morty, O'Shea looking to grab that officially for a 4th time with his 4th different partner. Will Damian Drake be the charm? We are just a few minutes away from potentially finding out.
That would make him a 4-time tag champ, wouldn't it?
Indeed it would. Which I would have to go to the record books, but I think that might be at the top.
Could be, but again, interesting with a different partner each time, as we pointed out on numerous occasions. So maybe this is the one that works, maybe it's not. As you say, it's the main event. We'll find out sometime between now and midnight, I hope, because I got to go to bed at midnight. I'm getting too old for this late night stuff.
And that is indeed when we go off the air. As bell sounds, we are underway. Sugar Brown, Mikey O'Shea to start things off, as the tag team titles are on the line here in our main event. And Sugar looks to have O'Shea taste a bit of sweetness at the jump.
But he's dropped on his head.
As the amateur ability of Mikey O'Shea on full display. As O'Shea has certainly done a lot of training, Morty. I know you've somewhat given him some praise in recent weeks, but turning himself into almost a physical specimen, Mikey O'Shea looking incredibly fit right now.
He's not in the Fit Club, is he?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, I wanted to make sure you said the word fit. And then I think of that club sandwich, and I think of Dylan and And let's go on to this match here. I don't want to go bring up old news again.
And by that matter, his tag team partner, Damian Drake, as I pointed out in the last few weeks, looks to have put on some muscle of his own, as this team looking to really round into form, as they need to do their 100% best to take out the Bonus Boys.
Kate Carney, you can't see her. She's off camera a bit, but she is right in front of us, basically, and she's looking awfully nervous. I've never seen her with that concerned a look on her face.
Her tone has certainly changed in demeanor since this match began. She came out here with a smile on her face, and right now, she looks a little bit worried. As Sugar Brown is in the corner, Drake measuring him up. He's sent to the apron. And look at Drake there, outsmarting Kate Carney, but runs right into the buzzsaw of Clutch Kucera.
Outsmarting Kate Carney is nothing to sneeze at. It doesn't happen often.
As you see the numbers game working towards the Bonus Boys' favor there, Morty.
By the way, I've heard a rumor that Kate Carney and Janice, the guitar, are very close friends.
I'm sure they had lunch last week.
Who told you? So maybe there's something in cahoots there too. I don't know.
Cocky cover there by Clutch Kucera as he gets a near fall against Damian Drake and leaps up and drops the elbow, comes crashing down 5-6 feet, 1-2. And O'Shea breaks it up.
Gee, go figure that. We've never seen that before, have we?
As the Bonus Boys here will attempt to isolate Damian Drake and keep the ring cut in half. As there's an elbow right to the throat. And if you take away the wind of Damian Drake, that very well could be the difference maker, as we know his speed and quickness are what sets him apart from the rest of the competitors here in the WCWC.
Until you've had the wind knocked out of you. Many of you, I'm sure, in athletic endeavors of other sorts have had the wind knocked out of you. It's hard to function. When you're in this kind of environment, it's super hard to function.
And there's Clutch. There's the tag. As these two making Damian Drake what they like to call the human punching bag.
No superhero now, is he, Blake Chadwick?
Indeed he's not. As there's a roll-up by Mr. KO 2. And nearly a victory for the Bonus Boys, as they go right back into that side headlock. Morty, you go back a few months, knocking off the Vampire Warrior, Gangrel, and Sin Bodhi, capturing their third reign as champions. And they have not looked back since, whether you like them or not.
I'm not going to comment on that. You know how I feel. The audience, the fans know how I feel. So no need to belabor any of that. Except you're wrong.
As Sugar Brown in control, drop toe hold. Tying Drake up right here. As you see Mikey O'Shea.
A little worried look on his face, wouldn't you think so? He has a right to be worried.
Certainly trying to make the tag. As Sugar Brown isolating him now. And now they're just toying with the Midnight Marvel.
Whatever happened to Marvel number 2? What was his name again?
Spider Warrior?
Him.
I think he's defending justice.
Okay. Where? Not here.
Somewhere.
Oh, well, I love it when I get you speechless. It happens so rarely.
As Damian Drake trying to come back here, as he looks to be the Midnight Marvel in this matchup. A Spider Warrior could be in Bloodhaven somewhere, as that's exactly where Damian Drake descended from. And Sugar Brown throws him into the corner. There's the tag into Clutch Kucera. And the 2-on-1 continues, as they call that Poppin' Bands. And they might end this match with the Poppin' Bands. O'Shea breaks it up.
Again, go figure that one happening.
As he's just trying to keep his team alive as Clutch choking away there on Damian Drake. And you have to hand it to the Bonus Boys here, Morty. Their game plan has worked at a high level thus far.
Now, you said he was choking Damian Drake. Wouldn't the referee have called for a break if he was choking him? Did you see the referee call for a break for choking? No. Pay attention to the match.
The referee did not call for a break, but he's utilizing his discretion right here, knowing the tag team titles are on the line. It is the main event here on the West Coast Wrestling Connection. And Morty, you have to think, being in this match for so long, the inability to tag in Mikey O'Shea, the confidence has to be wavering here for Damian Drake.
If it is waning, it'll show with a quick pin and defeat for the challengers.
As he has been isolated in that Bonus Boys corner for many minutes now. Sugar Brown continues to unleash the punishment. There's the punch to the gut. Goes for the big splash. They call that the signing bonus.
They call that a missed elbow.
And there's the miss, and Damian Drake now. There's the tag, and here comes the Irish Juggernaut. He's ahead of steam. There's a clothesline for Sugar. Down goes Clutch. He's got Clutch. And look at the power there with the suplex up and over. Mikey O'Shea, face first into the turnbuckle now. O'Shea creates a little separation, charging in, and there's the avalanche. Mikey O'Shea now trying to do his damnedest to bring his team right back into this thing. And there's an exploder. Nearly 300 pounds of Clutch Kucera dumped over his head.
And Mikey O'Shea's barely broken a sweat, if you notice. This is he's something's going on here.
Wait a minute, he needs to keep his eye on Sugar Brown, as Sugar Brown sends him right into the turnbuckle. His shoulder might have hit the post. Wait a minute. Here comes Damian Drake. He's in the ring now. And Drake picking up the steam now. Some aggressiveness. A Pele kick. Down he goes. And Drake going for the code red. That's blocked right there. And the big pounce by Clutch. And O'Shea nails the spine buster.
And takes a shot from Sugar Brown in return.
As all four men are in here, Morty, this thing is breaking down. The tag titles hanging in the balance.
It'll take one small mistake by either team, and who's going to make that small mistake? The way it's gone tonight, I can't give a clue on it. I have no idea.
Sugar Brown, Damian Drake in the ring right now. Has him in fireman's carry position. Drake slips out of it with the super kick. Oh, and there's the reverse DDT. Drake's got him. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We've got new champions. We've got new champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the matchup and new West Coast Wrestling Connection Tag Team Champions, the team of Damian Drake and Mikey O'Shea.
History has been made on the West Coast Wrestling Connection as Mikey O'Shea and Damian Drake have finally overcome the odds and are your brand new WCWC Tag Team Champions. What a moment! Oh, no, 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 no! As Sugar Brown and Clutch Kucera jumping him right after the bell. This is an official title change, but it appears as if we're seeing sour grapes here from now the former champions.
They should never have turned their backs on the former champions.
A huge moment for Mikey O'Shea and Damian Drake, especially Drake overcoming the odds in this matchup and getting the pinfall. But Sugar Brown and Clutch Kucera are leaving them laying with their new tag team titles.
I don't think this little conflict between these four is over either, Blake.
I don't think it is, as you have to imagine Clutch and Sugar will be receiving a rematch for their titles at some point in the near future. But this thing has just gotten personal as the celebration ruined by the Bonus Boys, as Mikey O'Shea and Damian Drake left laying.
Another referee's come in to check on Mikey O'Shea.
As folks, a huge win for Mikey O'Shea and Damian Drake. They are the brand new tag team champions. The Bonus Boys leave them laying. Where will we go from here? There's only one way to find out. Tune in next week on the West Coast Wrestling Connection.
Good night, everybody.
Don't miss the West Coast Wrestling Connection and their next live television taping, Saturday, June 10th, at their new location, the Camp Withicum National Guard Armory in Clackamas. Tickets are only $10. Buy one ticket and get one half off with no limit on half-off tickets. First bell is at 2 p.m. You'll see all of the stars, the most action, and the best matches the West Coast Wrestling Connection has to offer. Don't wait. Get your tickets now, online, or at the door. Come be a part of the show. See you there.